grin on your face.
Arr. And today, episode whatever.
4. Nightcap recap. ep.4.
Yeah, immediately after filming the last one, just because. Yeah. So today we woke up. And
Rapid City once again.
Awesome town. Anyone should come here if they feel like seeing a whole bunch of stuff, because there's a lot to do around here, and the scenery is gorgeous. Like just driving from point A to point B. Like,
pick a destination and you'll enjoy the drive.
Yeah,
That's what it should say on the sign into Rapid City.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Pick a destination, enjoy the drive. Yeah, incredible. So we didn't wake up super early this morning because we didn't have to. And went into town. I grabbed a couple things, did some light shopping right away.
Yeah.
Then went to the South Dakota Air and Space Museum. Checked the photos, checked the video. It's the home of the
B-1 bomber.
The B-1B Lancer strategic bomber.
Yeah, now y'all think B-52 is a shot because your minds are in the gutter. No, it's a big bomber. Well, guess what? The B-1, yeah, it's smaller, faster, stealthier, and carries more ordnance.
Yep. Oh, this is
Oh yeah, we got to see nuclear missiles too.
yeah,
Like
6 different kinds.
yeah, I've never seen a nuke before, or what they look like. I expect them to be friggin' massive, but no. Apparently,
Yeah, like a
death and destruction comes in something like smaller than, I don't know.
the size of a bed. No, like the length of a bed and 18 inches in diameter. Like
Yeah.
that. And it's like a 2,500 megaton bomb.
Yeah, it'll
Lay waste to, I don't know, a major Japanese city. Just saying.
oh. Well, I don't know. I think North Korea is next on the to-do list, but you know.
Anyhow, so they're pretty awesome. We 3 or 4 or 5 times saw the B-1B take off from
Yeah.
Ellsworth Air Force Base, South
Yeah.
Dakota.
Y'all won't get the actual feeling of seeing one of these things. Like, they're a damn sexy plane. Like, if the Concorde had swing wings and some kind of
A black paint job and bomb carrying capability.
Yeah, some kind of like.
It's the right size for. It's about the size of a Concorde.
Well, you see, the B-52 would fly high and slow.
Yeah.
The B-1, low and fast and ultra precise. Like, it didn't need to carpet bomb.
No.
It had the capacity to, but no, it didn't.
Yeah, they built it for the Cold War to fly under Soviet early warning radar systems and just appear above a city or the Kremlin or whatever and drop hellfire and brimstone on whatever it was close to.
Yeah, like even though it's smaller than a B-52, like you can't imagine like anything would be able to carry more than a B-52.
No, because in length it's like 2 or 3 F-14 Tomcats or like I don't know 2 or 2.5 F-16s. Like it's a good long, stealthy, sexy plane. It's
like,
not a stealth plane, but
like there's a view from the front. You guys can see like a size comparison between an F-150 and a B-1. You know, like.
And the sound.
Yes, the sound will not convey over video. Like, it's kind of a bit of a whoosh at first, but then when you're hearing the whoosh and looking at it over there after it's went by you, then you hear the yeah, pretty cool. Ellsworth Air Force Base.
Yeah. Okay, so after Ellsworth Air Force Base and the museum, we went to another museum called the Journey Museum, which is geology, geography, archaeology, and native history of the Black Hills area. Museums back home, anyone other than ROM need to come out here, need to send all your representatives out here and see how a museum should look, feel, operate, and be displayed. I don't know how they secured the funding, the money, the time. This museum is clean, well thought out. It walks you through a 2.5 billion year timeline. Yeah. Obviously from 2.5 billion to the glaciation.
A little bit of dinosaur action too, like
dinosaurs, Paleo-Indian, Archaic Indian, Plains Native, Lakota people, pioneer days, Custer, Wild Bill Hickok, everything. The entire story of this region is in one building.
They cross-cut like a section of the region out and plastered it on the wall so you can see the layers of strata. And it tells you, like, oh, this is what happened at this layer of strata, blah, blah, blah. And it also gives reference to, like, locations you'll go to in the Black Hills County where this layer is going to be popping out, or where that layer is going to be popping out.
Yeah. Whether it's black rock, red rock, yellow rock, in basalt families, nice granite schist families, agates, where gold is, where calcite forms, where tourmaline forms. Like, my hat goes off to this museum. They've got funding, they've got skilled and curators. It's a decent building. They
don't have any longhouses built inside though.
No, just teepees. No teepees outside. They built the teepees inside.
Yeah, a little more compact.
And we met a wonderful man named Marshall, who's a flint napper and a bow maker and an arrow maker, and I had a long discussion with him.
Yeah, he appreciated our archaeology experience, and like we actually, like, the guy was actually happy to talk to someone. He wasn't just like going through the notions. Like, he was just like, oh, these guys actually know a little bit about a lot of things. And
we started to ask him questions about his bow making style and how he straightens his arrows, and it just occurred to me, I thought, okay, well, let me run out to the truck because I have some of my flint napping work and like a little kit that I have and probably some material from back in the Great Lakes region that he's never seen before. And so we ran out and got that and brought it back, and his eyes lit up and he was a little happier and got really talkative. And I'll take a photo. I just realized this now. I'll take a photo because he actually hooked me up with a nice big honking core of
yeah, I've never seen core that clean before. Like,
of a clean core of chert, and it was just a here you go, enjoy it. I appreciate that you're a fellow flint napper. And I thought, man, wow, this guy's a Lakota native. He's what, I don't know, 40 years old somehow.
Yeah.
He works at the museum. He says he goes around and teaches flint napping and arrow making at the local high schools and elementary schools and stuff. He's a wonderful man. We had a great discussion. He taught us a couple things about when to cut branches for arrows and different techniques for straightening them, skinning hides.
How he makes the glue.
How he makes his glue. Let's just say he makes glue out of the part of the bull that the cow doesn't have.
Yeah.
Don't know why, but that's apparently the best cartilage that there is.
Yeah.
So.
Well, the main part was he actually had it there.
I had one on the table.
I was like,
just laying there on the table, a good old fashioned piece of bull.
Mm-hmm.
Anyhow, so that's the Journey Museum. I'll take a photo of me with the core of chert that he hooked me up with, and I bought an arrowhead off him too, because that's his livelihood, and he was so helpful and so nice, and just had so much information to share. So
yeah, we could have spent like a full day just talking and comparing notes, like our archaeology experience and what we know back home compared to out here, because from someone who's just done it as a working point of view, but has to know, like, a little bit, because otherwise work would suck if I was just digging and not learning anything. There are a lot of difference, both in the past and currently.
Yeah. So, that's Journey Museum. Then we drove off to Lead and Deadwood.
Deadwood, yes.
And Deadwood.
Down in Canyon. Apparently they made a show about it once upon a time where, yeah, pretty rough kind of town.
Anyone who ever saw that HBO show called Deadwood where men carried 6-shooters and like kicked the door of saloons open looking for the man who wronged their family, and brothels and gambling and gold mining and like picking fights and don't write a check that your ass can't cash, and it still looks like that in Deadwood. It's still a hard looking town. These really like basic brick buildings that are strong and sturdy, but they got nothing for architecture.
Yeah.
There's no detail, they're just boxes, but they're built well.
Yeah. And yes, Mom, there's casinos there.
Yes, there's casinos. Hey,
and they're nice drives.
We've been in America for 4 days now. There's been casinos in every state we've been in. We haven't even been tempted.
Yeah. Yeah. What's going on here, Mom?
I'm not gonna gamble away. Not gonna gamble away what little money I have to travel with.
No, there's there's way too much to see to just stop in at a casino.
Yeah. Well, why don't you talk about the drive between Deadwood and Interstate 90?
Okay. So imagine a road that goes twisty. But imagine that same road going downhill.
Made out of concrete.
Yes, very solid highway. Americans do their roads really well. Oh yes, a couple other things I need to wrap off. The drivers in South Dakota, they're way better than like back towards the east, like 100-fold. Oh, holy shit. We hardly ever see any patrolmen here, or like cops around. State troopers, county cops, however they divide everything up. And I think a large part of that is whenever someone dies in a vehicle accident on the road here, they put a big sign in on the shoulder of the road and it says X marks the spot.
Drive carefully.
Yeah, drive carefully. And then on the back side of the sign it's like, is it worth dying?
Yeah, it just says why die.
Yeah. And I think that's like over time had some kind of subconscious impact on the way people drive around here. And I mean, yeah, you got the deer like wanting to jump out on the road all the time. There's way too many does here, not enough bucks, I think, because everyone's
trophy hunters.
Yeah. We've seen maybe 4 bucks in like a few hundred doe.
It's 600, 500, 600, 700 doe.
Yes. Tons everywhere. But yes, okay, so yes, that same road that's all twisty and turny. Imagine it going downhill and then back uphill and then downhill a bit more. But you're in the bottom of a canyon. It's pretty freaking cool. And
how many feet you think is the best part?
Well, if Washington said 60...
I'm thinking 1,000.
Yeah. Probably... It's pretty impressive, and you know it's
1,000 feet
gentle enough that, like, when you're going downhill, you're not really on the gas pedal, and you don't really want to be on the brake either because it's a long downhill, and you'll cook the brakes, and yeah, and then you kind of look down at the dial, and you're like, oh, yeah. But anyways, Mom, we won't talk about that. And I did not get in trouble for it, so therefore I shouldn't be in trouble. But yeah, pretty damn cool. Would I do it again? Yes.
Yep. on two wheels.
Yes.
I totally understand why there's a place called Sturgis that has a massive biker rally, because every road in this entire western
Black
part
Hills.
of South Dakota, the Black Hills region, every single road is awesome.
One day I will be back here on a nice comfy bike.
Yes.
Not no like R1 or crotch rock or anything, but like a nice cruising bike.
Yes.
Yeah. And then on the highway, back to our favorite place to eat. I don't know, that they were good for us the first night here, so
Back to Sanford's.
Huge menu. Awesome.
We've been there 3 nights in a row. The menu's big enough that
yeah,
get a burger one night, steak the next night, chicken the next night, nachos, whatever.
Yeah.
You get such a variety.
They do a cool thing with potato skins here too. They like kind of bake the Tabasco sauce under the cheese, and like Tabasco sauce is in moderation. It's not gonna hurt your guts, but it adds just a little bit of like hot flavor to it, and they're pretty damn good potato skins, Al. So you should drive the hell out here, and I'll meet you halfway. You know, that's of course if your truck can handle the roads, bud. The old F-150 can.
And deep fried green beans with a Cajun ranch sauce.
Yes, deep fried green beans.
Magnifique.
Yes, Mom. I'm eating my vegetables. Anyways, we'll update you tomorrow.